Coming up on today's episode of AMA Drone Report. Help preserve the special rule for model aircraft. Apple grounds drone flights near its new campus. And drone racing and parachuting canopy piloting at the World Games 2021. Hello, I'm Laura Hudson. Welcome to Airborne's AMA Drone Report on Aero-TV, a weekly news program covering the recreational drone world in partnership with the Academy of Model Aeronautics, one of the oldest and most respected aviation organizations in the world, with more than 195,000 members and 2,400 clubs across the country. AMA has an urgent message for all of us who value our model aviation freedoms, especially as Washington politics started getting pretty weird this week. AMA is calling on all of you to once again preserve the special rule for model aircraft. They have stressed in the past few days that we may need you to become engaged multiple times as this legislation develops. AMA is calling on you to once again make your voice heard, as the House of Representatives considers several amendments regarding the FAA Reauthorization Bill. It is now more important than ever to contact your representatives. This is a critical moment to let your elected representatives know the importance of the special rule for model aircraft. Please log on to modelaircraft.org/aboutama/rightcongress.aspx to urge your legislators to preserve the special rule for model aircraft. Model aviation has played a critical role in the innovation of new technology and encouraging young people to pursue an interest in science and technology fields. More than that, this long-standing hobby has been passed down from generation to generation and is a tradition for many American families. Please act now. We appreciate all of your past support, but due to recent developments, we need you to send additional emails now. Make your voice heard by contacting your elected representatives and urge them to protect the special rule for model aircraft. In the next Drone Minute, let's take a brief look at a few of the shorter stories that are making the rounds of the small UAS and hobby drone communities. The city of Greenwood Village in Arapahoe County, Colorado, is set to consider new drone regulations next meeting May 7th. The ordinance focuses on drones weighing less than 55 pounds and is not clear how the law would affect commercial operations, according to the report. It would preclude capturing still or video images of people that have a reasonable expectation of privacy using a drone, the launching or landing of a drone on private property without the property owner's permission, and harassing, annoying, and alarming animals using a drone. A UN partnership has developed a drone-based mechanism that overcomes a critical bottleneck in the application of sterile insect technique to control insect pests. SIT, a form of insect birth control, uses radiation to sterilize male mosquitoes, which are then released to mate with wild females. As these do not produce any offspring, the insect population declines over time. However, to be effective, the technique requires the uniform release of large numbers of insects in good condition over a given area. A perfect mission for drones. The organizer of a drone racing event in a town in Victoria, Australia, was cut short by heavy rains, turning the day into a networking event for pilots. The April rain kept flying to just a short practice session, and the actual races never got off the ground. Organizers said that the day was a success despite the weather. Plans are already underway for the 2019 event, which will likely be held at a different time of the year in an attempt to avoid the rain. Drone maker DJI has released the results of an independent report scrutinizing DJI's data practices that concludes DJI drone users have control over how their data is collected, stored, and transmitted. The report analyzed drones and software independently obtained in the U.S. late last year and reportedly confirmed DJI did not access photos, videos, or flight logs generated by the drones unless drone operators voluntarily chose to share them. That was our Drone Minute. Now back to the rest of the news. Drone pilot Duncan Sinfield has been regularly capturing videos of the construction of Apple's new circular campus, dubbed Apple Park, being built in Cupertino, California. But it looks like Apple is not particularly keen on the idea. The circular building, described as looking like a spaceship, has been under construction since 2014, and the building has been in use since September 2017. Sinfield has been posting new video of Apple Park about twice a month. But recently he says that he's been asked to leave by Apple security personnel shortly after he's launched his drone. On his YouTube page, Sinfield wrote, "Security at Apple Park generally responds in 2 white Priuses to my precise takeoff locations in 10 minutes or less. As always, I respect all requests by Apple security to land my drone and leave the area when asked to do so." Sinfield says he thinks that Apple is using RF technology to track drones operating near his campus. Some social media users think Apple should ease up on Sinfield. For example, Twitter user Marco Warmont said the videos are the best recruitment ad I've ever seen to go work for Apple. The World Games 2021 in Birmingham, Alabama will include 2 FAA air sports. Drone racing and canopy piloting, a spectacular form of skydiving that combines precision and speed, will be on the program of the multi-sport event. The decision to include the 2 air sports was made public at the SportAccord Convention in Bangkok, Thailand, by the World Games organizers, the International World Game Association. FAA President Fritz Brink welcomed the news. The FAA is keen to be a part of the extended sports community through participation in both international and regional top-level multi-sports events, Brink said. So we are delighted with the news that the next edition of the World Games will once again be open to FAA athletes. This time, those competing in the drone racing and canopy piloting or swooping competitions. We are confident these sports, 2 of 30 included in this 10-day sporting extravaganza, will be a hit with spectators, due to the thrilling nature of canopy piloting and the booming popularity of fast-paced drone racing around the world. We are especially proud to have drone racing, a totally new sport which is particularly appealing to a young audience, for the first time at the Games, Brink continued. Well, that's our program for this week. Airborne's AMA Drone Report is presented weekly in cooperation with the Academy of Model Aeronautics. And in addition to this program, our daily Airborne Unlimited episodes covering the entire aviation and aerospace world are streamed on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and do check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Get comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net, and more information on the exciting hobby drone world at modelaircraft.org. We'll see you next week.